The Israeli military today said it killed the man set to succeed Hezbollah's longtime leader, who was also assassinated by Israel in late September. The IDF confirmed Hashem Safiaddin was killed along with other top leaders of the militant group in an early October Beirut airstrike. Meantime, Hezbollah fired at least 80 rockets on northern Israel today. Some were intercepted, others left Israelis wounded. As the war between Israel and Hezbollah expands, its toll on civilians in Lebanon is only worsening. As Layla Molana Allen reports, Israeli airstrikes around Beirut have increasingly targeted healthcare facilities and healthcare workers.
An 11-story apartment block leveled in less than a second. Dozens of homes and lives demolished. This missile strike came with a warning, so residents grabbed what they could and fled. Each night, the streets of Beirut fill with panic as residents run from their homes under threat. But often, there's no warning at all. And now, hospitals as well as homes are under attack. Yesterday, Israel's authorities said they believed a Hezbollah cash trove sat under Beirut's Al-Sahel hospital, but said they wouldn't strike it. Instead, they hit a different one. Just before midnight, an airstrike was launched at the entrance of Beirut's Rafik Hariri hospital, flattening 4 buildings in front of it. This is the capital's main specialist public hospital, where children injured in the bombing are receiving surgery. Rescuers dug for hours through the mangled carcass of concrete and iron, searching for survivors. By morning, 18 were dead and 60 injured.
I have a brother who's still under the rubble. His mobile phone is ringing. We're trying to search for him, but there is no way for a machine to get here. No one can help us pull him out. I don't know if he's dead or still alive.
It's not the first time healthcare has come under attack in this increasingly brutal war. More than 100 medics have been killed while working in the past month. At least 50 health facilities have been targeted. In spite of the risks, Lebanon's medics and rescue workers, who are all volunteers in donation-funded ambulances, continue to respond to distress calls. Ali and his team are based in Saida, one of the South's main coastal cities, and inside the zone, Israel says it will target. He and his team have worked non-stop for weeks. Hours before we joined Ali's crew, 5 of his friends were killed when the church they were sleeping in while running rescue operations was bombed.
It's heartbreaking what happened yesterday. We've repeatedly appealed to international organizations that targeting ambulances and paramedics is internationally unlawful, but no one has helped.
These volunteers have full-time jobs too, but they've put everything on hold to respond to the crisis.
Even if there's danger, we rush to help. Our only goal is to save a life and assist someone in need. Yes, there's risk, but honestly, sometimes we don't even think about the danger when we see an injured child or anyone else in distress.
When Mamdouh and his team responded to a strike on an apartment complex in a town nearby, he couldn't believe what he was seeing.
The scene was terrifying and utterly heartbreaking. There were children, just pieces of children. I'll never forget one child. I was able to recover the head and arm, but the rest of the body was never found. Just small fragments less than an inch in size. We were picking up the pieces. It was a massacre in every sense of the word.
Mamdouh says the sheer scale of the destruction was overwhelming. They worked for 72 hours pulling bodies from the rubble.
We try to hold ourselves together as much as possible, but it's tough. One experience really stayed with me. While we were clearing the rubble and retrieving the dead, we found an older man and a woman wrapped together, trying to protect each other, both dead, both scared, together in their final moments beneath the rubble.
Mamdouh knows what he's risking.
We receive many threats and are constantly exposed to airstrikes. They don't differentiate at all between military personnel, civilians, or paramedics. Anyone trying to do their duty is at risk.
Ghassan Suhaim, who runs the civil defense unit in Beirut's Dahia suburbs, has lost 18 of his volunteers in a month. Hassan was the first to die 4 weeks ago. He wasn't just a colleague, but a friend.
He rescued 2 children who were still alive. The rubble fell on him as the building was collapsing, and he got injured, but he never took time to rest. He insisted on staying. He worked through the whole night. I left him at 8 a.m. At 8:30, they called me from the site telling me he had suffocated.
Hassan died under the rubble, having saved dozens of lives. Ghassan says each member of his team would do the same.
It's normal to be afraid. We wouldn't be human if we weren't. But determination, strength, and believing in this humanitarian work makes us fearless. We won't abandon our people, no matter how intense the bombings and destruction gets.
Attacking medical workers and striking healthcare facilities are war crimes. But as the red lines of international law have blurred in this conflict, so too has accountability from the international community. The UN and NGOs are crying out for tighter restrictions to stall the use of US-supplied weapons on civilian infrastructure. Few here believe Israel's American allies will take action. For the PBS NewsHour, I'm Layla Milana Allen in Saida, Lebanon.